So Marlene thinks you're Helene?
Well, that's what she believes. I was in this military group. Explore the city. I was in the mall when everyone was infected.
That place is completely off limits. How the hell did you get in there?
I had my ways. Anyways, one of those, what you guys call runners, bit me, and that was that.
I see. Were you with Marlene when you were bitten?
No. I went to her for help afterwards.
Knowing her, I'm surprised she didn't shoot you.
She almost did. Hope she's alright.
I told you. She's gonna be fine.
All right.
Let's see where we go. Now we're talking.
Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay.
Ow, shit! Sorry, that was me.
Tess.
Sorry.
Come on, stay close to me.
Okay.
Shit.
Let's see.
It's an old museum. All these things are hundreds of years old.
Watch your head. Hurry, go, go, go!
Joel!
I'm alive. I'll make my way around.
Look, they're here!
Tess?
Run!
Oh, I'm so alone. It's alright.
Tess?
Someone will show up. They always show up. Can't go
Tess?
there yet.
Tess? Shit.
Let's see. Let's see. Nothing. Never remember where anything is. Hey Brandon, what's up? No, I haven't heard anything about Dark Souls being remastered. If it is, that'll be, yeah, that'll be the best. That'll be the bestest you can possibly do, because are you talking about the first Dark? It has to be the first one because the other two are on the system. And yeah, you give me Dark Souls 1, I'm a happy camper. That's for sure. Or even Demon Souls remaster, I'm a happy camper. Any of those games, I'm a happy camper, because you know I played Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 more than any of them, followed by Dark Souls 2. I'm not a big fan of Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. I have to be in the mood for, even though I think it's a good game. I just didn't think Dark Souls 3 was very good. I don't want that clicker to eat me. Marcus Sellers. That's not Marcus. That's not Epic Game Bro, is it? Is that Epic Game Bro you're talking about? That Marcus?
Tess? Shit.
Because if it was Marcus from Epic Name Bro, yeah, he would know more than anybody. He actually knows all those guys that make those games. Nintendo affiliated. Yeah, I don't know then, because I was reading your comment. Got eaten. Dark Souls on the run? I don't know. I never thought about taking Dark Souls on the run. That was never a thing for me. I don't go anywhere, so...
Tess.
But yeah, Dark
Tess.
Souls, just having Dark Souls on the PS4 is just... That's worth it for me, because that's what I want. I want to... Like I said, or Demon Souls too. So like I said, those are my favorite Souls games, or the first two. Yeah, I can make videos now, I just don't. Shit, I hate this. You like 3, huh? I can't stand 3. I think 3's a terrible game compared to the others. I mean, it's not like a bad game. It's just a bad Souls game. It's it moves way too fast for my old eyes. I can't see anything. Everything is just moving so fast, and I can't keep up. I just can't do it anymore.
Tess. Tess. Shit.
Sure, it's a lot easier for you. Yeah, the servers are definitely going down. They're going down in the servers are definitely going down for Demon Souls in February. So yeah, we never co-oped in it. I never co-oped with anybody in that game except when I had to get a trophy. That's the only time I ever co-opted in that game, was to get the... So I could get the stuff for the Sunlight Covenant. I always, when I play that game, I always play it single player, and I use, if I need to do any summons, I use the, whatever the game gives you. I don't summon people, usually. Like I said, I'm not into that game very much. I just don't think it was very good. Oh god, the ninja flips. Yeah, ninja flipping. We talked about that yesterday. You like that ninja flip stuff. You're a ninja flipper. Back in my day, we didn't ninja flip. Let's see. Nope. The ninja flip ring is in Dark Souls 1. They never took it out. It's just, I guess it's just not as overpowered as it used to be. But yeah, I remember watching people, they would try to use, like, they try to hit the ninja flippers, and they were, like, so hard to hit. I don't know. Probably not. I mean, the game's so old. They're probably just going to do, like, like when they remaster any PS3 game, they're just gonna make the graphics a little bit better, and that's all we're gonna get, really. anything else. It's going to be so, you know, basic. That's what I'm guessing, at least. Just gonna be. It's gonna be like every other.
I'm fine.
It's just gonna be like every other. You know, PS3 remaster. Take that, Ellie. God, I hate these guys. Oh, I hate these dark scenes. I can't see a damn thing. I'm so blind.
I was too damn close.
Whew. I don't know. Summoning 3 people in Dark Souls 1, I rarely ever summon anybody. Because I played the game so many times, you know. It's like summoning people in Dark Souls 2. I really don't have to at this point. Solaire and Iron Tarkus, there's also, Lartrek. You can summon Lartrek. I never summon Lartrek. I just kick him off the side and take his ring and his humanities. And, Paladin Leroy.
Tess, how are you holding up?
Just a bit winded.
Paladin
This way.
Leroy. I
Let's
wish
get
you
us
could
to the
use
roof.
Paladin Leroy on better, on like Smo and Ornstein. That'd be awesome. Shit, I missed her. Oh well. Get it next playthrough, I guess. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 was, as far as like game rewards for doing certain things, Dark Souls 2 had the best stuff. I also love how in Dark
Gotta find
Souls
a way
2, as you
across.
go into like New Game Plus and
There she
2,
is. That's
New
our
Game
building.
Plus 2, you get you actually get more enemies and more stuff, and it's just not the same game over and over again. You also get oh, excuse me. You also get I think in like New Game Plus 8 or something like that, they add like even more enemies. I remember watching Jumpin' Productions play, and he was doing like a New Game Plus 10, because they weren't sure at the time how, you know, how far the new games went, and they went ahead and he went to New Game Plus 10, and he ended up,
Watch your step as
there
you're
was like
going, though.
extra
It's gonna be a
enemies in
little-
some parts, like in the DLCs, which he didn't even, which weren't even like New Game Plus 1 or 2. It was just really cool how they did it. And then you had to, like, you know, certain enemies would only show up once in a game,
Is that everything
which
you
is kind of
hoped
a pain.
for?
Plus, you had the
Jury's still out.
bonfire settings where you could actually, you know, go into
Can't deny
New
that
Game
view.
Plus whatever and keep, you know, and try to
Come on,
farm
this way.
some stuff, which can't do it in the
Hey,
new stuff. You
pick it
can't
up.
do it in the other games. Miyazaki is kind of set in his ways with his games, even though he has the best story.
We're almost done. Stay focused.
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't done a New Game Plus playthrough in Dark Souls 2? Oh my god, you're missing out, man. I've gone in like New Game Plus 5 with one character. You don't even start getting certain spells until New Game Plus 2.
Right around this corner. Come on.
Let's get moving, kid.
Yeah, I can't even imagine not... Yeah, the game doesn't even get going until New Game Plus. Everything before New Game Plus and Dark Souls 2 is just like nothing. It's like a waste. It's like you don't get anything
Look
for
at this.
There's a Firefly logo on his arm. What if we get there and they're all dead?
They won't.
Yeah, fresh characters are great, but I'm telling
I
you,
just
you
do.
get all the good stuff, like all the good equipment and weapons.
Okay.
Get them all in New Game Plus. And yeah, the bonfire aesthetics help, but there's just a lot more to it than just, you know. Plus, you get new enemy placements. You
Here we
just
go.
get so much in New Game
Home
Plus.
stretch, Tess.
New Game Plus 2, it gets even better. And then, like, it stays the same till, like, New Game Plus, like, 8 or something like that, or 7. I don't know what it is exactly. I always think it's funny. You know that one argument people make all the time about,
Just so it's out there, I can't swim.
they're always talking
Look, it
about
looks like it's shallow on the right side. Follow me.
how the older Dark Souls, they didn't
I'm really
rely
tired,
on
you guys.
multiple enemies, and everyone complains
know you guys are
about
getting
Dark
paid for
Souls
this,
2 is having all these enemies
Trying to
to
save
make it
face.
harder.
Yeah,
And
sure.
it's like, because everybody brings up the Ornstein and Smough fight, which was a great fight. But what they don't realize is Miyazaki did the same thing to make the game harder. Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. He made multiple bosses. I mean, it's even in Dark Souls 3, you got like he kept recycling characters, and like you fight the demon, whatchamacallit. He's like 3 different versions in
No.
Dark Souls 1.
No, no,
So he
no.
didn't do anything. He didn't do anything special as far as that. But you always
What
hear it
happens
from
now?
people. Just because Ornstein and Smough is such a good fight, it's such
you
a
doing,
well-balanced
Tess?
fight, and you have
Maybe
2
they,
different type of fighting
maybe they had a
styles.
map
But
or something to tell
that's
us where they
it.
were going.
That's the only part of the game
Or
where
are
you
we
get
gonna
that.
take
as far
this?
as it needs to go.
And all of Miyazaki's other
Where was
games,
this lab of
is-
theirs?
he uses a ton
She
of
never said.
enemies to
She
overwhelm
only
you, and you just gotta be
mentioned that
good.
it was someplace out
Gotta
west.
get good.
What are we doing here? This is not
And they
us.
think
What do you
Dark
know
Souls
about
2
us?
does it, and it's like, yeah,
Not
they.
me.
I know that you are
do it.
smarter than this.
Really? Guess what? We're
Miyazaki
shitty people,
did it
Joel. It's
too.
been that
He's
way for a
done
long
it
time.
like
We
every
are
game.
survivors.
This is our chance.
It is over, Tess!
Except now he makes everything
Now we
so
try.
damn fast. I can't. My brain
Just
can't
go
even
home.
register.
I'm not.
Plus, I have bad
I'm
eyesight.
not going
so
anywhere.
it doesn't help.
This is my last stop.
So,
What?
guess there's that.
Our luck had to run out sooner or later.
You going on?
But I
don't-
like the older Souls games where everything was slow and methodical.
Shit.
I don't want to speed fight. If I want to go play
She's
fast, I guess these game designers
Oops.
have to do
Right.
it.
Give me your arm. This was 3 weeks.
I don't know if it's on
I
my
was
end or
bitten an
your
hour
end.
ago, and it's
but-
already worse. This is fucking real, Joel.
My
You've
my
got
stream
to give
hasn't
this
given
girl
me
the
any
Tommies.
indication that
He
it's
used to
not
run with
working.
this crew. He'll know where to
Let
go.
me check my.
No,
let
that
me
was
change
your
channels
crusade.
and check
I am
my,
not doing that.
Yes, you are.
YouTube
Look,
real quick, because I got it on there
there's
just
enough
to check
here
it real
that you
quick
have
if I
to
have
feel
to.
some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's.
Everything's running good on mine, so
They're here.
Damn it.
I can buy you some time, but you have to
it
run.
might just be you. It might just be your.
You want us to just leave you here?
But yeah,
Yes.
Bloodborne
There's no
is fast.
way that-
I will not turn into one of those things.
Oh, okay. 5 seconds. Well, that's good. Maybe it's just a little hiccup.
It's
Hopefully.
easy for me.
Yeah, Bloodborne is really
No,
fast. The
just
thing about
go.
Bloodborne is that the characters move fast, so it doesn't bother me as much, even though my eyes have a hard
Ellie.
time adjusting.
Sorry.
But the problem is in Dark
didn't
Souls
mean
3,
for
your
this.
character
You
doesn't
move
move
on.
fast enough. Your character moves faster than it did in the older games, but still not fast enough to go with all these bosses and stuff. Dude. Of course, nothing beats the speed in what is it? Oh God, my brain's farting. There was the Dark Souls clone.
What the fuck?
Oh God,
I can't believe
with
we
the guy
did
with
that.
the bald head and the beard.
Stop.
My brain is like I've
We just
played
left
it
her to die.
a bunch of
Stop.
times, but
You stay close to me. We have to move.
Oh man.
oh man, I can't believe I'm blanking. No, Neo's fast, but the character's fast. No, the other one that came out that was like Dark Souls, it was you were like a, oh goodness,
We'll go upstairs.
it's at the tip of
Oh,
my
we get
tongue.
from
Was it Lords of the Fallen? Yeah, Lords of the
Just
Fallen.
keep pushing forward.
And everybody was so much faster than you. Yeah, Lords of the Fallen. Like, every single character was faster than you were. And it was so frustrating, because you're just trying to, you know, just play the game, and it's alright to play. You should play it once, at least, just to say you did. It's just that I had to do a running jump attack, because every enemy was faster than me, and I mean every enemy. And you're just like, give me a break, man.
We should move.
You just get tired of constantly, you know, you're just constantly like getting hit. And then if you want to use like light armor or something like that to start the game with, you move faster, but you have like no defense at all. The game is designed to play, you have to play with like medium armor, or you have to play with heavy armor to start. You just have to. The game is just designed that way. Because if you try to play a speed character, it just doesn't work very well. Got the rifle. Love the rifles. Always get the rifles.
What do we do? Joel?
I got this. All right. Firefly! Pin it down! Cover the exit! Keep your head down.
Ah, my head. Dang, you jerk. Almost shot him.
He's in here!
That's like sticking my head out. I got most of them. I think there's more ammo somewhere. If I can't remember. Yeah, there's more ammo there.
Head to the rear exit! All right, come on.
Right behind you.
Get him, I got him.
Oh man.
Don't come on.
Right. Everybody be quiet. Bad guys are coming for us.
Stay with me, come on.
Weapons. Oh. I'm gonna be after I finish this game, I'm gonna do a Dark Souls 2 run. I think I'm gonna do my classic I'm gonna do a classic Beast Calhoun run, because the only one that knows about that run is you. You're the only one that's only ever seen me really play that character. But I'm gonna build him from scratch with great sword and everything. Because you know how good I am with the great sword in this game. Not this game, but you know, Dark Souls 2. Let's see. Do I have? Oh, I don't have a stick.
What are we doing? Joel, how are we gonna get out of here?
All right, we're gonna go through that hall. Stay down, I don't know how many more there are.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2, you know, when I first used the Great Sword in Dark Souls 2, I didn't like it. And I was like really excited to get it, because I loved I loved it when I used to play Demon Souls. Even though in Demon Souls I don't like it like I used to, it's a lot harder, it's slower. You know, when you start getting used to the newer one. Yeah, take that, jerk. Okay, where are they? Come on out and play. And then in Dark Souls 1, I didn't like the stab of the greatsword. It didn't make any sense. Like, you don't stab a greatsword; it's too damn big. I do like the in Dark Souls 2 and 1 and 2, probably 3, because I can't remember, but I'm sure it's the same as 1. Is the Claymore moveset. I thought that one was always really good in all the games. Well, this guy didn't follow me. That's weird. But yeah, stabbing a big giant greatsword makes no sense whatsoever. It's just it doesn't fit. Like, I really like the moveset. And like I said, I didn't like the moveset at first, because I wasn't the biggest fan of it in Dark Souls 1 when I used to play. I first started playing. The Zweihander moveset in Dark Souls 1 is the best. In Dark Souls 2, that underhand thing you do is kind of weird. It never made a whole lot of sense. Come on out. Oh, it figures out. Hell out of here! I'm gonna die.
Vision.
I gotta be careful. Ninja flips and Zweihander. Yeah, I never did that. Like I said, I never used the ninja flip ring, ever. I hated that ring. I never liked it. I think I got it once just because, you know. Crap, if I get shot once, I'm gone. I think I got like 1 or 2 guys left. got him. Good. Is that it? No, there's one more. Got him. I think that's it. Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks cool.
Joel, there's the exit.
I see it.
I don't know. I never know what it's going to be like. It's probably going to be a good movie. The Avengers have been pretty good so far. They've been pretty, they've been sticking to it. My wife and I went and saw, not Wonder Woman, but, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. But my wife and I went and saw Justice League, and we liked it. It was one of those movies where I didn't expect much out of it, so the DC movies have been just such a big disappointment. And they haven't been sticking to the, characters very, very good. Wonder Woman was good, though. Oh, I need to heal.
There's stairs over there.
Stay low.
Yeah, I saw Suicide Squad. It was pretty stinky. Pretty stinky. Run, Forrest, run. Oh shit, I had one. Jeez. I didn't even know I had one. Did you see Suicide Squad?
No, Sergeant. I repeat.
See
no
Justice League or any of them? Wonder Woman? I thought Batman vs. Superman was hot garbage.
Copy that.
How the hell are you breathing in this stuff?
I wasn't lying to you.
Spot him? No, the place is empty. Check out here. Check over there. Come on, make one false move.
Oh, that couple? Yeah, where they had Solaire in the one night. That was great. Made me laugh. Yeah, JLA was really good.
Fuck. They're not here.
It's funny, they can't see Ellie, but they can see me. If I stick my head out.
Alright. Guess you want to do this the hard way.
Die, sucker! Die! Yeah, that's what you get for messing with me. Don't think there's anything in here. Or over there. I know there's stuff in like the tunnels. There we go. Let's see. Can't hurt. Get some crafting speed. Yeah, nobody's coming on tonight. Of course, last night I went on later. You disappeared, though. Which was weird. Of course, I know it's like 3 hours ahead for you. I was on till like 10 o'clock my time. It's actually a pretty good stream last night.
I can't swim.
We'll figure something out.
I may have to up my internet access though. I'm gonna stream more, my internet speed, because I was having problems last night with the stream when my wife got online to watch TV. Sleeping to streams? That's weird. Were you lurking last night? Not saying anything? Or sleeping? Huh. My wife won't play Dark Souls. My wife is not a gamer at all. She has no interest in it. She likes goofing around with like her puzzle games sometimes. But yeah, she's not she is not messing with games. It's not her thing. We tried playing different games and she just couldn't get into it. It's just not her thing.
Ellie?
Sometimes she watches me play, or we'll play one of those, you know, like, one game we played together was Heavy Rain. That was really fun. Games like that we'll play together, or Dead by Daylight, where we started playing, but we haven't finished yet.
Just stay put.
She likes games like that because we can sit there and play the game together, so. But yeah, that's the extent of her game. She likes Miss Pac-Man, but she never plays it. She has a copy for the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, but she never plays them. She keeps them up on the wall. She's more of that kind of, she doesn't really game too much. She played when she was a kid, you know, she played Nintendo with her brother and stuff, but, you know, back in the 80s. With my wife, oh yeah, right. She wouldn't co-op Dark Souls. Dark Souls would scare the shit out of her. My 20-year-old daughter tried playing Dark Souls. She found out real quick it's not a game for everybody. She's not a hardcore gamer, so she doesn't. I don't think she has the. My 13-year-old is pretty hardcore, but she doesn't even play Dark Souls. I think they're the patience to learn the combat isn't for everybody, so it's for crazy people like you and me, who like to torture ourselves till we learn how to play. Hey babe, I'm streaming again. I'm a streaming machine. Nobody's on but Brandon, who's just hanging out talking to me, but that's alright. That's right, you got that thing tonight. He's saying you ought to play Dark Souls with me.
Okay.
I told him you wouldn't do it.
Be careful.
I got you.
Because it's not your thing. Hold on, Brandon. I gotta go use the restroom. I'll be right back. So did you get your tree yet, Brandon? We got ours a few days ago. Still haven't put the lights on. Put on half of them. We decided we're just going to get new lights because some of our lights are
I got it.
not, we just don't feel like messing with them, and it's only a couple bucks for 100. I remember back in the 80s you had to buy new lights. It was like WB. I don't know what that means.
Let's get out of here.
What the hell's WB mean? Oh, do you guys use a... I remember back in the 80s when you would get Christmas lights, they were like $8 for 100. They were real expensive. Now they cost, you know, a few bucks for 100.
Hey, look,
Oh, welcome back.
about
Thanks.
Tess.
I don't know all the codes sometimes.
even
It's
know.
always
Here's how
like
this thing's gonna play out.
changing or it's not used as
You
much.
don't bring up Tess.
I'll get it.
Ever.
That's when you find out you're
In fact,
just
we
getting
just keep
older.
our
You
histories
just
to
start-
ourselves.
You stop unknowing what anybody's
Secondly,
talking about. You're like, I don't get it.
Don't tell anybody about your condition.
But do
They
you guys
think
have a
you're
fake
crazy or
tree or a
trying to
real
kill you.
one? Because
And lastly, you do.
when I was a kid,
what
my
I
parents
say
went fake
when I
for so
say
many
it.
years, and I hated it.
clear?
So I swore that when I got older and had my
Repeat
own
it.
tree, I was always going to get a real one till
What
the
you
day
say
I die.
goes.
And every year we get a real tree because I can't
Good.
stand fake trees myself. I like
Now
the,
there's a
and the
town
smell is just awesome. So
a few miles north of
fake.
here. there's a
Do you
fella
like
there
the
that owes
fake
me
one
some
or do you
favors.
care? Because, like I said,
Good
I
chance he could
can't
get us a car.
stand a fake tree.
Okay.
And my parents would do
Let's
it.
get
And
a
I
move
can't
on.
stand when people flock it and put the white stuff all over it, the white snow. My mom did that one year, and I hated it as a kid. I always like a green tree, and I want my lights to be multicolored, and
There
I
we
want
go.
a whole bunch of ornaments on it. So
Yeah, it'll be faster to go through here.
I saw. I don't remember you getting a Wonder Woman ornament
Man,
because I got my Batman and Superman ornaments
Nothing,
I've had
it's just-
forever.
I've never seen anything like this.
You mean the woods?
Yeah. Never walked through the woods. It's kind of cool. Why don't you just take me back to Marlene?
She was up to the task. Why'd she drop you off?
Yeah, there's something to be said about a real tree. Like I said, it smells good. And
Kid, I don't mean to upset you, but your
It,
friend's
and it
chances
looks
of
so much
survival
better
are
than a
too high
fake
to
tree.
begin
I just hate
She's
fake
a lot
trees.
tougher than you
with. It don't matter.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
I doubt I can get either one of us.
Yeah,
back
we
in
always
the
had
city
Christmas
one
ours.
piece.
I remember every year because my parents got a fake tree and that's what they wanted to use for a few years, and I never liked it. And I used to always just hound them. Can we get a real tree? And they'd say, no, it's too much money. But you got to remember, back in the 80s, trees, you didn't buy them at the grocery store or Walmart for like 30 bucks. Like our tree was $30. It was $29.99, and it's always 30 bucks every year. Yeah, I remember when they were $20 back like 10 years ago, and so it's always 30 bucks. But back in the 80s, you'd have to go to a tree farm, and I don't know if you have tree farms. Yeah, it's more work because you got to clean up and water it, but it's really not that big a deal. You only do it once a year. But back in the 80s, and when you got a tree, you had to go to a tree farm, and they were like $70 every year, and $70 back in the 80s was a lot more than it is now. And you know, I kind of understand why my parents spent like $100 on a tree instead, because they could reuse it every year. And but the trees looked terrible back then. They looked cheap and like plastic. It's not like the trees now where they do all sorts of cool
While
stuff
we're on
with
the topic,
them.
we
But
gotta find a way to go around.
real trees are so cheap now that, and we buy ours at the grocery store for every year at Save Mart, $30. It's always like $35 depends on you know, every year it's always around $30 to $35, and we gladly spend it because it's worth it. And it makes the house smell really nice, makes apartments smell real good. And I like having the tree. The problem is, yeah, when it's time to take it down, it's it's a little dry, and and when I have to cut it up to put it out in the dumpster. But you know, that takes me a couple hours to do. And yeah, the problem is when you have a real tree that you have to cut up and it's dried out by New Year's, you have to. It is a pain, and it puts needles everywhere. There were so many needles last year. I had to use a broom and a dustpan to sweep them up off the carpet.
You, Bill.
That's how bad it was.
Where do you usually meet him?
But you know, like I have to tell
Different
myself, it's once a year.
You've never
You
been
know,
here, have you?
I know this is where he lives, but
it's
no
just
way.
once a
never been
year
here.
you do it, and
I'm not
then the rest of the year
think
you're
that's
finding
him?
needles and everything.
Sure as hell better be.
Well,
That's for sure.
check it out then.
All right, come on. I ain't breaking that. Come on, there's another way around here. Down here. Just watch your step. It's a good drop.
My wife is going to her daughter's. Her daughter's doing some sort of. Her daughter's 16. She goes to a one of those music schools.
Get back.
And so she, it's one of those music schools that you have to be really smart to go to and really good at music. It's one of those. It's like one of the top 100 schools in the nation. They were saying, which I thought was pretty interesting. But yeah. So her daughter's doing a. Like a play, like a recital tonight. So she's going to that. So I got the apartment to myself. Woohoo! I'm gonna sit here and I'm drinking some Irish cream right now, actually, but helps with my pain sometimes. Eggnog. Did I tell you I made fresh eggnog for my wife this year?
Through here.
I made eggnog. I cooked it. Well, when she went to on Thanksgiving, she went to her grandma's and I stayed home. I think I told you that. But while she was there, I made her eggnog. Fresh. I cooked it and everything. I had to separate and use the egg yolks and everything. I had to use like 7 egg yolks. But yeah, I made it fresh from scratch.
You don't know how to
And
Sound like an oil whistle.
she said it tastes like the eggnog she gets, which is a brand out here called Producers, which is the dairy out here. And she said that it tasted just like the one she gets. She said it's actually a little bit better, but it had like chunks of stuff in it, which I'm guessing would have been the egg because you got to kind of cook it. And, you know, fresh is always a little bit different, but she and her daughter loved it. So I was pretty impressed with myself because I don't even like eggnog, so I'm not even tasting this stuff, right? Can't stand eggnog. So I'm making it, I'm just hoping it tastes good. But she said it was really good, so she drank. They both drank it up pretty quick. So
All right.
Nice.
the good thing is, and it was a real simple recipe. I'll email you the recipe if you want it, if you ever want to make it. And it's not that hard. It took me like an hour. It's one of those things that takes like an hour to make. It's not a big deal, really. But yeah, you basically have to
Jam
make like
from
the
the
base
other side.
of it,
Here,
and then
boost
you
me
have
up.
to let it sit for an hour.
No, that's not such a good idea.
And then
Well, I
after
can't
that, you
boost
add
you
like
up.
heavy
How
whipping
else are we gonna
cream,
open
and
it?
then when you add the heavy whipping cream, you end up.
All right.
You'll have to let it just. You have to mix it all in, and you
Here,
let it
Fritz.
sit for like 4 hours, and it makes like
Yep, just open it. Nothing
almost
else.
a half gallon. The recipe I
Sure thing.
have,
Careful.
but you know, if you ever want to make it,
Okay.
yeah, just
Let's see.
you never know when you'll need it. It's a pretty decent recipe, according to my wife. She loves it. So.
Good job.
And it's the ingredients are a little expensive at first,
So let's
But
say we get a
you
card
can
from this
reuse
buddy
a lot of
yours.
them. Like you have to get ground cloves, nutmeg,
Well,
which is a little
then we gotta find
pricey,
Tommy.
and you have to get
My little
cinnamon.
son's
You have to
your
get
brother?
4 cinnamon
More
sticks
important,
put
he
in
was
it.
a Firefly.
But the cinnamon sticks are funny
You
because
know
you
where
can
to
like
take
reuse them. Because you don't
Okay.
actually,
He
you can
lives far
actually
from
use
here,
them and
which
then
is
put
why
them
we
in the
need a car.
fridge and reuse them later for another batch. Because the cinnamon sticks are just there for flavoring, and you take them out, and then you can like put them back in if you want, or you can just do whatever you want with them. Because the cinnamon sticks
Hey,
cost
look.
anywhere from like
Gnomes.
Yeah.
$5 to $7
Gnomes.
bucks.
Man, I had an
But
art
you
book
only
filled
get
with
4
these.
in like a pack in like a
I
bottle.
always thought they were super cute.
But the ground cloves and the nutmeg
Not
are
very,
the other
though.
2 expensive
They creep me
things. And then you put
Right, yeah.
eggs. Put 7 egg yolks in there. And then you can always cook the egg whites and eat them, And then it's 7 egg yolks. And then you put whipping cream. So it's a little pricey to make, but you can reuse a lot of stuff. You can use, because you only use like 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cloves and and nutmeg. You don't use a lot. Like I have like whole bottles of it. It'll last me years. But yeah, the core ingredients are the ones you have to buy.
Oh, look at that.
But yeah, like I said, my wife she loved it, and she every year when they start selling that producer's eggnog, she goes crazy, loves it. She always, she's even been mixing it with heavy cream
Would you play this?
because we had some heavy cream
No.
left over from when I made it,
But
and
I had a
she
friend
added
who
it
knew
to kind of
everything
thin it
about
out.
this game.
And,
Apparently, there's this character.
She ended
called
up
Angel Knives
now
who-
whenever she buys her producers, she adds heavy whipping
She'd punch a
cream
hole through
instead
your
of
stomach
milk.
before
And
kicking your head off.
she's kind of addicted to it. Every year we
Never a
do
big fan
this.
of these
She
things.
has to have
I wish I could play it.
she has to have eggnog every year. And like I said, I tried it once. I did not like it. I'm not an eggnog guy at all. So, but yeah, it's funny. People like it for some reason. I don't know, not for me. But whatever, right? There's these cookies I like during Christmas. They're oh, what are they? They're I see them at Rite Aid. I don't know. Do they have Rite Aids where you're at in New York? But I always get them at Rite Aid, and they're always they have like a chocolate cookie, and then they have like a bunch of cookies with like green and red. They're like sugar cookie type, but they're like hard cookies, and you get them in like a package in little like paper cups, and there's like 4 cookies in each cup. You got Rite Aids? Okay, cool. So yeah, you get these cookies in that, and they have like, and then they have like a chocolate chip cookie, and they're just little tiny cookies, and they're really good. And like I said, you get them, and it's like $5 a box, and you just buy them, and
Yeah, it's Bill's handiwork.
everybody eats them in like a day or two.
As far as I know, it's just him.
And yeah, I have to get those every year. And I also love every Christmas is I like to get those tins where you get the popcorn, and I love the caramel popcorn. I think this shit's awesome. So, oh, think about all these snacks. It's evil, I tell you, evil. At least you have Rite Aids out there. You aren't totally backwards in New York. Yeah, because New York's known to be the backwards state. They don't have anything in New York. They don't even have
Mandatory
roads.
Evacuation. Evacuate to
Everybody
where?
knows that.
What do you think? Quarantine zone.
I already
Some
got the
places got a
gnomes,
heads up
Joshua.
before the
Jeez, we already had the
infection showed up.
gnome conversation.
Most didn't.
Man,
And I got
must be
the
hard. Just leaving all your stuff behind.
whatchamacallit, which I'm going to use right now.
That ain't the hard one.
Got the potted plant of pills, the pill plant. No faith in me, I tell you. No faith.
Whoa! Look at this place.
No faith. No faith at all. One day you'd just believe in me. Oh, man. There's an Easter egg here? Where? Right here where I'm at? In the building? I know in the toy store you have the Uncharted games and stuff. I think they have like Far Cry and Uncharted, I think is what it is. And they're like video games.
Man, this is kind of
Or board games, I mean.
What is?
all this music that's just sitting
Oh, are
here.
they? I never actually
Hands
looked
around,
at them, I
listen
don't
to it.
think.
I don't know. Doesn't seem right.
Okay, I've never heard of any of this stuff. Of course, I can't really see. I'm not. It's real too tiny. It's too tiny for me. Really, I never heard of any of these guys. I could be old and out of touch too, so don't hold it against me. Let's see. I can't remember how to zoom in. I guess it'd be left, right? I never heard of any of these guys. Full Funk. That looks like a funk compilation. Blizzard Boys. I don't have the I don't have the scope yet. Yeah, I've never heard of any of these. I think you're mistaken, or I'm mistaken, and I'm just not cool enough to know who these guys are. Help! Oh, a Backstreet Boys, yeah, but that's not real, that's parody. Take that, Mr. Zombie.
Whoa!
Well, not zombie, but clicker
What
guy.
the hell was that?
That would be one of Bill's traps.
Senior Clicker.
Your friend a bit paranoid, maybe?
That's what he gets for messing with me.
What's the deal with this guy?
Well, he helped us smuggle stuff into the city.
Shit was at work.
You gotta teach me how to do that. Well, let's hope we don't blow up trying to find him.
Just watch your step, you'll be fine.
Let's see. Yay. More stuff. More pills. Joel's a pill popper. Are we even at the bus yet? What bus are you talking about? can't get into the... Can I get on top of the RV? Aha! Thank you. I didn't know about... I've never bothered to get that because I never thought about going up there.
Restore the country to what it was.
Well, with the vaccine, maybe they will.
Let's see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
See that wire? Stay underneath it, okay? Just keep your head low and you'll be fine.
Okay, we got that stuff. Let's see here. Ah,
Jeez, feel good with a bow?
already got the
Reckon he
safe.
is.
I knew about the safe. I got that first so I wouldn't forget. And then I got the... Just got the storage room. Yeah, because there's a safe in the... There's a safe in the... There's a safe here. There's a safe in one of the houses, I remember.
Yeah. Look at that.
And then there's a safe...
Let
There's
me
a
use
safe
that.
in the train
I'm a
station.
pretty good shot with that thing.
How about we just leave this kind of stuff to me?
Well, we could both be armed. Cover each other.
There's a
think so.
safe in the somewhere else, but I usually know where the safes are. I usually find them, but I know there's one house. Just like I know there's a manual to upgrade your crafting stuff in one of the attics.
Here. Use this.
But I always seem to miss something on the crafting. I always miss one of the crafting manuals. I didn't want to do that. Go back up.
It's all clear. Come on up.
All right.
Joel is an asshole. For most of the game. He doesn't become a nice guy till later. Most of the game he's kind of a dick. Poor Ellie. It's like, I don't want to know you. I ain't your daddy. And I don't like you. But I'm going to keep you alive. That's Joel through most of the game. He didn't like Ellie that much.
Let's give this baby a whirl.
Oh man. Fuck.
Now listen,
Well, yeah, I get that.
Bill ain't exactly the
I'm
most
getting old, and
stable of individuals.
Joel's not
So
that
when we
much
get
older than
there-
I am.
You let me do the talking. You understand?
He's like 50,
I
so
understand.
I'm not too far.
You
I'm
gotta be clear on
41,
this. You
so I kind of
Don't
get
take
it.
too kindly to strangers.
I'm getting to where I don't like
Bill's a
anything
good
anymore.
guy. He just
That's the way I'm getting.
definitely
think
needs
everything's
some time
stupid
warming up
now.
to you,
Just-
that's all.
I see. When I was younger, I hated people. I thought people were just, everybody was just dumb. And then the older I get, now I just think everything people do is dumb. But people don't bother me as much as they used to. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just where I'm at in my life. I figure I'll go through a couple more changes as time goes on.
Shit, you're gonna go in there?
I want to see what we can find.
Pretty soon I'm going to hate people
Don't worry.
and what they
I
do.
got this.
It's just going to blend. I'll be like, why are you so stupid? Joel might have been in the army. I mean, you don't know much about him except that he was like a contractor, and that's about all you really know about him.
Jeez. That thing scared the shit out of me.
Well,
Yeah, it's all you really
While
know
we're
is
here,
a
let's
contractor. He
search
was a
the place.
dad. His wife was dead. You know, and then of course when everything happened and his daughter dies, that's all you really know about Joel. And yeah, being in the military makes sense because he's really good at killing. Like, killing's his business and business is good, so he doesn't fuck around. He has like no problem dispatching humans or infected or anything. He just does what he has to do. I think I got everything in. Yep, I got everything in here. But yeah, that's Joel
get the hell
in
out
a
of here.
nutshell. Yeah, contractors make good money. Depends what state you're in. How much work? I know when I lived in Nevada, my friend's dad was a contractor and for electric.
Look at
He
that.
did electrical work for like construction. He made an arm and a leg, and he made so much money
All right, stand back.
All right.
doing it.
Oh, shit.
I always use a bullet for that, and I just realized I don't have to. Let's see. Whoa.
Come on.
Setting off all my traps. Yeah, I never even thought about. I don't know
Stay
why.
close.
Just now, it's like I can use a brick or a bottle. Exactly. I feel kind of dumb for not thinking about it before. Yeah, every time I play this, I figure out something new. This game is so good, and the story is so good. I don't think you were here last night, Joshua, when I was talking to Tom about my dad, how cool he thought this game was. My dad died last year
I got you.
in October 5th. And my dad
just happened?
loved watching me play this game, and he watched me play it on the
Wanna build
PS3.
stupid traps.
And he thought it was so cool. He's like, it's like watching a movie. He thought
That
it was
fridge,
the
it looks
neatest
like that's a
thing.
counterweight.
And then when the PS4 version came out, I called him and I said, Dad, I got the Last of Us. I got the PS4 version. It looks better than the PS3. And he's like, I don't
Cut
even
that
know how
rope,
that could
and it'll
happen.
bring me down.
On it.
My dad loved. My dad always loved playing Space Invaders on the Atari 2600. And one time when he was over, we were playing it on my big screen TV. I hooked it up, and he just kept playing game after game. He was just having a blast playing it. Can't shoot.
Into the rope.
I can't aim today. I'm gonna quit talking while I fight.
Nothing looking.
Thank you both.
Ellie!
Fucking clickers.
Take time, Ellie.
Hold on.
Oh, here I go.
Yeah.
Come on,
you can
Bill,
do
come save my ass.
Here's some ammo.
Here's some
Thanks.
ammo.
Damn it.
Come on. It's not cutting.
Hurry, let's hurry.
No!
Leave her alone. I suck at this. Finally, Ellie, you pussy. Alright. Thank you, Bill. About time you became useful.
Get off your ass on your...
You know the guy who does the voice of Bill is the same guy who did, played Dan in Deadwood.
Wait! Alright, we'll, cut through! Come on, here! Come on, Ellie! Bill, come on!
Get off me!
Don't pull out! Place ain't secure! Bill, they're coming to the door!
Which he also played in There's Something About Mary. Every time I hate those guys. Damn clickers get me every time. But yeah, he also played played Dan Doherty in Deadwood, and then he also played the mentally handicapped brother in There's Something About Mary. People don't remember these things. Take that, buddy. Ah, bullshit. I had a weapon and then it just disappeared. Fuckers. Yeah, this part gets me. Some of these clickers, whenever they have some clicker do something crazy, it gets me every damn time. Oh, and there's stuff over here I didn't even see. Well, that's good. I got it.
It's coming for you!
God, I got a baseball bat now. Call me Negan. Well, they did. Now I don't have it anymore.
Alright, come on, we're almost there, follow.
Get out of here. It's like I always have to, like,
God damn it, they're coming over! Come on!
Terrible.
Keep going, this way, through
It's
the
like I
truck.
can't help myself. Come on, Ellie, go! I'm gonna die again for dumbass
Move, Ellie,
reasons.
move!
Going, I'm going.
It's open,
Let's
come
go,
on!
let's go. Alright, I'm here. Get out of here, you son of a bitch. Irish
Thanks
cream is
for the heroics
friggin'
and all.
good.
Ellie. Hey, what are
Goes
you...
to shake
Joel?
his hand, he's
What
like,
are you doing?
I don't like it.
Turn around and get on your knees.
Just calm down a second.
Turn around
All right.
and get on your knees. Don't test me. Just
Take it easy.
any bites. Oh. Anything sprouting?
Oh, God damn it, I'm clean!
If I see so much as a drop. Ow!
Stop!
Son of a bitch!
You done?
Last of Us is
Am
a
I
great
d-
game. I
You
say
come into my
everybody should
house,
play it at least
you
once.
set off on
Just
my
the
traps.
storytelling
You
is
damn near
amazing.
break my shooting arm.
I'm like
Who the
so
fuck is
looking
this
forward
punk and
to the
what's she
next
doing
one.
here?
I am none
Can't
of your
wait.
goddamn
And,
business, and we're here because you owe Joel some
what
favors.
is it?
You can start by taking these off.
I owe
Naughty
Joel
Dog, I
some
think, made
favors,
this,
some kind of
if I remember
joke.
correctly.
I'll cut to the chase.
And they
need
made
a
the
car.
Uncharted series, and
Well, it
they
is a
do
joke.
such good work story-wise.
needs a
Like, they
car.
really understand character
Well,
development.
if I had one that works, which I sure as hell don't, what makes you think I'd just give it to you?
And, you know,
Huh?
with any
Yeah,
story,
sure, Joel, go
you
ahead.
need
Take my
character
card.
development
Take all
more
my
than you
food,
need
too,
anything.
while you're at it.
By the looks of it, you could lose
And-
some of that food.
Listen
A lot
to
of
me, you
these
little
games,
shit.
they
you, you
try,
handcuffed
I need you
and
to
they end
shut
up,
up.
and they may even give you good gameplay, but they have, like, no character development, no...
Whatever favors you think
Like,
I owe
I
you
love
ain't
Dark
worth that
Souls,
much.
and Dark
Actually,
Souls has
Bill,
great
they
lore,
are.
but it's not the character
Well, it don't matter
development
'cause I
isn't
don't have a
always
car
as
that
good.
works.
Like the
There
first
is
game
one
had
in
great
this town.
character
Parts.
development, but
There are parts in this town.
Meaning that
it's
you
one of those
could
games you're
fix
supposed to
one up.
figure it out. But a game like this, it's like you're playing like a movie.
All right. I'm gonna do this.
Something along those
For
lines,
some
or a
gear I'm gonna
TV
need.
show or
It's on
something.
the other side of town. Now you help me go gather it, and maybe I can put something together that runs.
And it's like when you see like Bill,
But after this,
yo,
I
Ghost
owe you
Gaming,
nothing.
0539
That's fine.
Eight
days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
3675
Good.
Hi.
Follow me.
So yeah, so you're
Goddamn
looking at
town's
like
booby
Bill,
trap.
like you know exactly
stay
what
right on my
Bill's all
ass.
about when you meet him. There's like no doubt
Yeah,
about it. And they get the right voice actor for the right character. And if they don't put Bill in the second game, I'm gonna cry
Right.
because I love the character
Whatever
of Bill.
supplies you may want or need, I
think Bill is
suggest you
just
grab.
awesome. Bill's the type of
Thank
guy you wanna
Take a
have
look around,
watching
see
your
if there's
back.
anything we can use.
Alrighty.
So and then it's the cool thing about Bill is you realize as the game as the story little story arc goes on is that he's gay, and you don't really know. I mean, you don't know right away, but then he's like, yeah, I had someone I cared about, and then you find out that yeah, he's gay, and it's real interesting because you know. He's so rough and gruff type of guy, and you just, the stereotype of gay people is always, with men that they're always feminine, and they're not always. And I just think it was real interesting that, they did something a little different and kind of threw you off. And he's always acting like, I don't need people. And you could tell that Frank, his friend.
Come on.
Don't leave the door open.
I got it.
We have to cross to the other building. Up the stairs. Let's move it.
Just stay.
Yeah, the characters in all the game. I mean, this game, the characters are they're just all amazing, like I was saying. But like I said, even with like Bill, you know that he cares so much about Frank, and Frank
look
is like,
around
I
up
hate
here?
you
Nothing
in
in there
that
that I need.
letter that he
Go
gets.
ahead, take whatever you want.
That they find when they find Frank's body. When they get the battery in that truck. And you can tell that him being gone really bothered Bill. But
What kind of trouble are you in?
and it's funny but he's still he's not going to let
just
you
a job.
know that
Simple drop off.
that it bothers him.
What are you delivering?
But you know it bothered him because it's that whole
Fuck you too.
he's protesting too much. And you just
I
know
hope
that
you
it
know where
really
you're going.
bugs the shit out of him that
Kidding me with this guy?
Frank left him
Where are we
and
going,
left him the
Bill?
way he did, and
My other safe house.
because he really
More
did
of an
care
armory.
about Frank.
Wait,
And
I thought we were gonna fix up a car.
a lot of us, I don't know if all of us
Bill.
have been there. I know I've been there where you care about somebody. I've had girls that I've liked and cared about, and I thought we were close, and turns out you're not. You're not as close as you thought, or they reject you, and you end up getting hurt by them. And I think that's the situation where Frank needed Ellie is at least bisexual, if not she's not gay. And they made her look really like they gave her like a butch look in the next game. But yeah, it's like you think of these I'm gonna keep the metal one. Let's see, did I find enough? No, not yet. Let's see. No, not yet. Okay, I gotta find more stuff. But yeah, like and we can all a lot of us can relate, because I've had girls where I thought they were they were into me, and we were just kind of dating, and I thought there was more, and it turned out not to be, and it sucks, but we all kind of
You
go
didn't
through
answer my
shit
question
like
about
that.
Tess. I thought the two of you were inseparable.
She's busy.
I always thought that maybe Joel and Tess had something going on. But I don't know. I think it was more like a
Trouble in
partnership,
paradise.
even though I think it was more like a marriage in the fact that they were partners and they needed each other, but they weren't like lovers. If that makes any sense.
So, why don't you fix one of these cars?
Oh my God, you're a genius. I mean, the whole time, why on earth hadn't I thought about...
Because that's always been my, you know, my opinion on
Okay,
it.
don't be a dick.
Tess
Their
and
tires are rotted and their
Joel.
batteries are dead.
Are you done?
Can't even begin to think what the
Let's
inside
all
of
be
the
honest,
engine
Tess
blocks
is
look
kinda
like.
hot
Only ones
to
making
me.
new car batteries.
I like women like that. I like strong women. Oh no, it's shithead walkers. Infected. Ah, jerk. Oh, in your face. Oh, in your face. Oh, in your face. That didn't work out, did it? I kept shooting. It wasn't doing any good. Ah! Oh, I can't believe I missed. I feel like a dumbass. Okay. Okay. Fire! 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 Jeez! I thought I was done for.
All right.
I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Again. You neglect the simple shit, and now you're paying for it.
Oh man.
You know what that means? Taking all the supplies from the warehouse.
Because when those suckers start running up on you, it's like, if you don't get them right away, you're done for.
This way.
I don't know if Tess liked Joel. I think they just had a connection. You know, it's funny. Like for example, when my dad died,
Place to hole up, didn't you?
after my mom passed away, my mom died in a really bad way, and my dad had to watch her die
Normal people would
back
scare
in
me.
like 2003.
You of all people should
And
understand
my
that.
dad was never right after that. He was never the
sure
same.
that gate's gonna
Because
hold
my
him?
parents were married almost
They don't
30
have a key.
years, and
So which way?
they when my mom
cellar.
died, my dad was never the same. But he had this one friend, and she was about the same age as he was. I mean, I think she was like a year or two younger. And they never got together like as a couple, but they had that connection, that friendship, which I think it's kind of like what Joel and Tess had. At least that's what I got from it.
Here we are.
Because
You don't touch
it's
anything.
like
And you close the door.
where it's not sexual. Like with my dad and this woman, it was never like a dating thing. But they were like
gear up.
inseparable, and they were friends. And it's funny because she ended up getting a boyfriend,
I
and
need
my
a
dad
gun.
didn't care about that.
No,
He
you
wasn't
don't.
interested.
Joel,
But that boyfriend sure to
can
get jealous of
handle
my dad.
myself.
It was
No.
real weird. My dad had to tell him off a
Stay
couple
here.
times. But yeah, I think that's
Fine.
just what happens.
just wait around for you two to get me killed.
Well, this
Is
goes
you
on record
just
as
you have
the worst
certain
fucking
connections.
job you've
I
ever
think
taken.
that
It's up
humans
How in the hell
tend
is
to
Tess
have
okay
like
with a
a
suicide
you
mission?
need that opposite,
her
that,
idea.
you know, that yin
Really?
to your yang.
Well, the
Even if
broad's
it's
not as
just
smart as I thought she was. What? Fuck her.
You know, just companionship. You need that
Seriously, you gotta take
softer
that kid
side
back
if
to
you're
where
a
you found her.
guy.
I can't just take
And
it back.
Tess isn't
Then send her
exactly the
back and let her find
softest,
her own way. Look, let me tell you a
person.
story.
but she is,
Once
you know,
upon
she
a
does
time,
understand certain
I had
things that a
somebody that
guy
I
wouldn't
cared about.
understand. So I think we all just kind of need that.
Partner.
Because like even when
Somebody I had
before
to
I
look
met my
after.
wife, I always had at least one female friend to talk
And
to
in this
about
world, that sort of
crap
shit's
like
good for
that.
one
and,
thing.
And I don't, you know,
Getting
I'm
you
not
killed.
I'm not a mushy type.
So you know what I did? I wisened the fuck up. And I realized it's gotta
That's
be just me.
Bill, it ain't like that. It's
Bullshit. It is just like
But anyway,
that. Hey! What'd I say to you when we walked down the steps?
don't touch
What'd
my
I
gay
say?
magazine.
Fixing your stupid pile.
Don't touch. God damn it. You keep babysitting long enough, and eventually it's gonna blow up in
Bill,
your face.
I watched the trailer, but I've never heard anything
Please
about
just get
Joel's
on.
wife being Ellie's mom.
Here,
That would
let's
be a
get
little
on
too.
with it.
If they do that, that'll be dumb because we're talking about 20 years after the apocalypse. Which means that it's not Joel's. She's not Joel's daughter. We know that. Because this takes place 20 years after it all starts. I always assumed, or I always thought that Joel's wife was dead.
He's a nail bomb. You gotta be really careful. This thing blows.
But, you know, that's what I always thought.
Yeah, I've seen your handiwork.
But I guess I'll have to kind of, you know, do a little more research, and it makes me want to go look it up. I'll have to go look it up tomorrow or later tonight. But, no room. Let me see. No, I think I can make one more. I'll just use this. But yeah, if they do something like that, I mean, that's just, it's too coincidental. I hate when they do stuff like that, where they're just like, hey, by the way, everybody's connected. And it's like, no, don't connect all these. When you start connecting all these characters, it doesn't make any sense, you know? It's like one of those things where it doesn't need, they don't need to be connected. And, it's better just to, you know, that they meet each other. You can connect once in a while, but yeah, I don't like having the characters too connected myself. I just don't think it works. Let's see. I hope he doesn't die either, because I've thought about that, and that's something I really am not. I really don't want to happen. Because Joel is such a great character, and you kind of need him for, I don't know, it's like the character of Joel and Ellie, they're those characters that, you know, you can't have one without the other. They're like peanut butter and jelly, you know. And I just prefer to keep them both alive. Oh, just got texted. I must be popular. I'm not popular. Let's see. Oh, wow. Appears that the pharmacy has a prescription for me. I'm not even waiting for any prescriptions. Isn't that weird? But whatever. Whatever. I don't know.
So we got shotguns and bombs. What the hell are we doing with them?
These bombs are handy dandy, I'll tell you.
Caravan rides through town. I assume they're out looking for supplies. I mean, you'd be amazed at the shit that they overlook.
Character in what?
Anyway, a few months back, they were rolling through and they get overrun by this horde of infected. They were all over the truck. The plow's right in the side of the high school. Still sitting there with a battery in it.
So we take that battery and we put it in another car.
Bingo! I wanted to get it. It's pretty dangerous with all the infected on that part of town.
Good vibes. You're losing me, man. I don't know what you're talking about, but thanks.
Just sitting there.
I'm confused now.
Fixing my work.
You're confusing me. Yeah, but they don't return my calls. I don't know what to tell you. They don't like me. They never return my calls. Woo. Oh, I bet I can get a whatever's on that shelf. I bet I can pick it up. Come on, Joel, move your ass. Let's go. You old fucker. Let's see. Nope, nope. Nope. Alright. We're on our way. You old bastard. Sure to steal one of his dirty magazines there, Ellie. It's like I've played this before. Alrighty. Let's go up one more level and look for shit. I think there's... Nope, that's not the level. There's a little side room in here. Bill's little room of death.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Nice place you got
live
here.
in a place, I guess a church
If you got
like
anything
this
to
would be a good
confess,
place
this
to
would be the
live.
place to do it. That's not the confessional booth, that's my room.
Oh, I thank you. I didn't quite understand what you meant. I was getting all confused. I'll tell you this much. If I was living in this place, my room wouldn't look like this. This is freaking nasty. I would have an, you know, that's one thing I hated about Fallout 4 when you build like you know, they have the base building. But you can't like clean the crap off the floor. And there's like no way any normal person would leave crap on the floor. Even if they're living in the, you know...
Time to sack up.
Living in the, you know, any kind of apocalypse.
Yeah, come on.
Spiritualist, huh? Do you follow one belief system?
There's a school.
Or do you just kind of
Right.
follow a little bit of them all?
Ready?
Guess we'll find
I'm
out.
a Buddhist myself. I'm a big old hippie Buddhist.
Oh, man.
Yeah, come on. You don't need to be looking at that.
I've seen worse.
All right, then.
Brandon, are you still lurking?
Past this gate, it's all new territory to me.
Just wondering.
I'm on it.
Hey, you guys hear that?
Keep quiet.
To your right.
Take that! Yeah, burn. I missed every time. You see that? Like a dumbass. I missed every time.
Yeah.
You are the only one talking right now. Brandon says he lurks sometimes, but I don't know where he went. If I was playing Dark Souls, you couldn't get in. He would be talking. But
All right.
Brandon and I go way back to the Dark Souls days. We were playing Dark Souls 1 together before Dark Souls 2 ever came out. That's what we were doing. Let him burn. Yeah, I don't know. There you are, Brandon. Well, yeah, you're 3 hours ahead. It's like, what is it? It's 7 here, so it's like, what, 11 where you're at. Yeah, as far as there being one God, I mean, I don't know. I always think of it like this, is like, we don't really know. I mean, we all believe something, you know, we all have an idea. But, you know, none of us really know what's what when it all comes down to it. We all just think we know something, but... The reality is, you know, we
Hold up.
don't really
I
know
gotta shoot
shit.
that, Jake.
And
Yes, we move quiet.
that's okay with me. I don't mind not knowing everything. Doesn't bother me one bit, because I figure if I knew everything, life wouldn't be as interesting. Let's see, got a guy out there. Alright.
Easy, easy.
I was wondering how they never can hear this, though. Smash face. There's no way you're gonna smash anyone's face like that. Uh-oh. You want some. Yeah, get him, Bill! Yeah! And then bullets. Bill doesn't fuck around. He shoots everything. Alright, what do we have in here? I know there's some... Oh, shit. Ooh.
Watch my back!
Yeah, I used to meditate a lot. I haven't meditated in years. I don't feel the need to anymore. I feel like I'm just, I've accepted what I am and who I am and what I believe. I only meditate when I'm like going to court or something and I'm real nervous about something. I was about to get into, I had to go to this doctor I didn't like, and you know, because he and I got into a big old fight once. Big old argument, and I had to go back to him a month later, and I was dreading it because I knew, because I just had a feeling we were going to get into a big old argument, and so I was doing a lot of meditating, trying to keep myself calm, so I didn't, you know, beat the hell out of him, because I have a real violent temper. And Buddhism is the one thing that keeps me from like killing people, I think, because I have a super violent temper. And so I was like meditating to keep calm. And then when he came in, he was actually pretty cool. He had like, you know, a lot of these doctors are so used to getting told off by their patients, but he was being an asshole to me the month before and accusing me of stuff I didn't do. Because it all had to do with, like, because he got me a referral to Stanford University. And then he was like, you know, Stanford never called me. I was just, you know, usually when they do a referral, it takes a while. It takes months. But it was like 2 weeks. I guess with 2 weeks, they accepted my referral, and I was just, they never called me, so I never even thought much about it. And then he said, they tried to call you, and you didn't answer your phone. You never called them back. I said, they never tried to call me. And he's like, well, I have to go by what they say. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm your patient. You're the one representing me. You're supposed to go by what I tell you. And I'm the one paying you, even though, you know, my insurance pays you, but I'm the one paying you. And I started yelling at him, and I was like, and he's like, if you don't have an appointment by your next appointment with me, I'm not going to give you your painkillers. And I was like, you son of a bitch, pulling that crap on me. I was pissed. And so I go and later that day, I get Stanford's number from his people, and I yelled at his people and everything. I was really mad. And it turns out, after it was all said and done, Stanford screwed up and got the wrong phone number. And they had my right number, but they put it in whoever in their office puts the numbers in had the wrong number. So yeah, they were calling somebody else, and It was pretty messed up. So, of course, you know, I proved it all to him. He never apologized, but he was real nice to me after that. Never had haven't any problems with him since. So, I'll take it. That's for sure. But yeah, I was expecting him to start his crap again, and he actually didn't. He was pretty cool. And he's been pretty nice ever since, so you gotta kinda, you know, in life sometimes you just gotta stand up for yourself. And I have a thing about lying to people. I refuse to lie to people because I always have this philosophy that people aren't important enough to lie to. And, you know, I'd rather just tell them to kiss my ass than lie to them. That's just me, though. I just don't have the patience to lie to people or the energy. So, at least that's my philosophy on it. Lying's just like, it's just a big waste of time. Because it's like, you know, what do I care if I lie to somebody I don't like? Or I don't respect? And if I do respect them, I don't care if I lie to them. I'm not looking to lie to anybody. I just have like a philosophy that I have no fear of people. And I think it's healthy. I think it's a healthy philosophy, at least for me, because people they start getting in their heads that that you're lying to them, that they have some sort of importance, to where you feel the need to lie to them. And, you know, I don't.
This way.
That's me.
On the other side.
What about going through here?
Oh man.
What, the doggy door?
I don't really know Third Eye. What is Third Eye?
Very.
Sounds familiar.
Of course.
But
Maybe you should have given her a gun.
Okay, Bill.
I never done anything like that.
There's more of those
Is that like
inside the house.
Shit.
like where people have
These
like
things, yeah. Stay down.
not telepathic, but you know, something similar to it? Is that what I'm thinking of? In the butt. Huh. When there's something funny, I was telling some Christian here. We have a lot of Catholics here where I live because it's like a highly Hispanic area, and they tend to be more Catholic in their culture. And I was talking to somebody once about. They asked me, and they're like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm Buddhist, and they asked me, and I shit you not, they said, is that New Age? They asked if Buddhism was New Age, and I'm all, it's actually older than Christianity. And they're like, really? I've never heard of it. Right? I don't know anything about it. And I'm like, you don't know, or they said they've never heard of Buddhism. I just thought that was really strange, and I'm like, it's actually older. It's older than Christianity. It's there's nothing new about it. It's like 3,000 years old, and it was just kind of funny that they thought that Buddhism was New Age, and I just thought that was just weird. But you know, people are funny creatures. I'll give you that. Think that Buddhism is New Age. Buddhism's one of the oldest one of the oldest active religions right now. All right. I usually throw a firebomb and get all these guys, but yeah, I don't have any firebombs right now. Let's see. That might be it. I don't know, Bill's still squatting. Maybe not.
All right, come on, let's get up.
Oh, I know, he's
On your arms
standing
and
now.
over.
Yeah, I know. I hate it when they give me hints and I'm just like, shut up. But I leave them on because every once in a while I forget. I forget stuff. I think that's everything. Yeah, I got everything. Come on, Ellie, get off the floor. Let's go. Don't be a lazy bum. Looks good. Hinduism isn't really New Age either. Hinduism's a pretty old religion.
Who the hell left this
Usually the New Age
friends in
stuff
town?
is like,
No.
when they, you know,
Although I got some
like
idea.
crystals and crap like that. That people, that there's really no proof to. The thing about Buddhism, it's not really a mystical type religion. It's more of a tested, philosophy, way of, conducting yourself type of thing. At least it is for me. There's also different types of Buddhism that, that exist. Kundalini spirit. Never heard of that. Never heard of that one. You also have like Hinduism, and then you have Sikhism. Sikhism is like the 5th largest religion, and that's like those guys that wear like the towels on their head, as the wraps. I don't know what to call them. I guess people always call them towel heads to be rude, but yeah, they're Sikhs, and they have the beards, and everyone always thinks they're Muslims, and they're not. And it's funny because they had one that was running in Canada, I think, for one of the positions, one of the political races in Canada, and
You got a second?
some woman comes in, he starts yelling at him, saying, "You're a Muslim, you're a Muslim," but he's not a Muslim, And there's a difference between Sikhs. I've known some Sikhs. Gandhi's daughter was a Sikh, I believe, and Sikhs I've always met. The few Sikhs I've met are really nice people, and I've met some Muslims that are shitheads, but I've also met some nice ones. So, it's like with anybody, you got the shitheads, but I've never met any extremists. I'll say that. I do know that, but thankfully, because extremists suck. Nobody wants to be around those people. Those people. I think I got everything in here, I think. I always hate to move along because you never know. Oh, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Kundalini brings us a lot of emotionalism. I'm emotional enough.
Give me a hand with this.
Alright, yeah, we're getting ready to go into the, what is it, the gymnasium part is fun. You get to fight the bloater. I like the bloater. I always like to blow him up.
What'd I tell you? There's that truck sticking out of the school right there. Come on.
Oh boy. Goodness gracious.
There's a bunch.
I really like Irish cream.
To make a sound.
I'm trying to go into the bushes. I was playing Assassin's Creed 4 earlier today. Feel like a dumbass. Alright. Nobody. Okay. Everybody be quiet. Gotcha. And here comes all your friends. Find your puss there. Got you too. Give me that back. Give me that back. Alright. Notice how they always run after me? It's like they know I'm the player. It's like they know. Got him in the knee. Did anybody watch Nightfall yesterday?
Oh.
It was really good. There was a scene where the guy gets shot in the knee. I started laughing. I was thinking, oh my god, he used to be an adventurer, and then he got shot in the knee, right? And it was just really funny, because you know, there's always that meme and that joke about getting shot in the knee. And then they go ahead and do it in the very first scene. One of the very first scenes. Oh, that's Ellie running at me. Oh. Got him.
Well, that was easier than I thought it'd
Give
be.
me them bullets.
They must be holed up somewhere else.
Alright.
Well, let's not test our luck. How do we get inside?
I think we need a
Someone left the
shotgun
ladder
for
on the
this
left.
next part.
Here, get me up there and I'll drop it to you.
Alright, yeah, I know we're going over here. Sure, I don't think there's anything else I need to get. I think. Nope. Okay. Alright, Ellie, get your little ass up there. Favorite foods? Wiener Schnitzel, man. I don't know where you live, but if you live in the West Coast, Wiener Schnitzel. Or an Arby's. And I live in a town where I don't have either. I have to go 30 to 40 miles.
Don't get killed
About
up there.
35, 40 miles to get Wiener Schnitzel, and it's worth it. I'll tell you that much. When I had to go to Stanford last time in Palo Alto, California, I ended up, it was funny because I got Wiener Schnitzel on the way out of town. I stopped in the town where, because it was on the way to where I was going. So I got Wiener Schnitzel when they opened. I got the rental car and everything. And then it was funny because when I got to the town, it was called Fremont, California. I had to stay in a town next to it, you know, to save money. And I had to save money. And yeah, I had to save money, and so when I got to the town, I was like, well, I better go find something to eat. And when I left, I could only find a Wiener Schnitzel, so I ended up eating Wiener Schnitzel, and the next morning I was running late for my appointment. I grabbed Wiener Schnitzel. Nothing but Wiener Schnitzel on that trip. And then the doctor told me I was too fat and needed to lose weight, but...
Tim? What?
Whatever. I guess there's nothing I can do now at that point.
Where? Anywhere but here.
And then I drove home. And I don't think. And then I just. When I drove home, I just ended up getting sick. Oh, excuse me, I ended up getting some beef jerky because I just wanted to hurry up and get the hell home.
Just sneak out the back.
That's right. I keep forgetting if I don't have a stick or something. Steak and mashed potatoes. Yeah, steak is always good. I just had this conversation yesterday about steak. I have a thing where I can't eat. I can't eat I can't eat steak unless it's fully cooked. I know it's like a no-no in steak eating, but yeah, I can't eat steak unless it's well done. I like it heavily seasoned. The other day, over the last weekend, I made a pot roast in my crock pot, and it was like really good. They run to that. Get off me.
Down the hall. I bet we can cut through those classrooms.
Okay. Oh yeah, steak's not cheap. It's good though.
Fucking creepy.
But yeah, like I said, I made a pot roast, and the pot roast cost me $22 because I made I got like 4 pounds, and I cooked it in the crock pot for 8 hours over the weekend, and I put au jus gravy on it. I just put it in the crock pot. I seared it in some olive oil to just kind of give it a, you know, not a crust, but just kind of seared the outside, just kind of browned it. And then I put it in the crock pot, and I put Hidden Valley Ranch dressing over it, powder. And then I put au jus gravy powder, the McCormick's, and a stick of butter. I put a stick of butter on top of it, and I let it cook.
Joel, you're going the wrong way.
And I put it on the low setting for 8 hours. I let it cook for 8 hours, and when it was done, it was so moist and falling off the bone. It was tasting so good. And I made some mashed potatoes with it. It was good stuff. It was
There's a way through.
really good. It was, you know, it's always good to find a good recipe for that.
Here we go!
Use a hand over here. Get this stuff back!
But yeah, the roast itself was like 20. The roast was $22 for just the roast, so it wasn't cheap. But you know, it was 4 pounds, and it fed everybody. And we had leftovers for like 2 days, so it was worth it. So You know how that goes. Let's see.
Looks like there's a path down this hallway.
All right.
Help me open this.
All right, ready?
Oh, this is.
Come on. We're on the way.
All right.
Barricade
I
the
gotta load
door.
up on this because they're coming in to kick my ass.
This ain't gonna hold up for long. That don't sound good.
Come on, let me.
What the fuck is that?
Goddamn bloater.
What?
Ellie, take cover.
I got this.
Ellie, just stay away from me. We gotta get up there. Keep on. You're all infected around.
Ah, run. Yeah, he's fast. Oh, that's horrible. Ripping my face open. Okay.
What was up with
Got
that
him.
big guy?
He's been infected for a long time. We call them bloaters.
Bloater. Okay, got it.
I hate to interrupt your little biology lesson. Can we get the fuck out of here, please? Get on top of these bleachers.
Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. Looks like we're all right. Here we go. Got my shotgun. Should have enough to get through here. Okay. We have, yeah, let's switch to that one. That'll work. Okay. Time to move on to the next thing. Okay, get up there. You know, no one can do anything without me in this game, I swear. All right.
Joel, behind you!
Ruh-oh. Come on.
Down to the last one. Finish it off already.
Yay, I got him.
Hate those things.
All right, you got him. Let's go. Come on up.
Pull me up.
I like the bloaters. I think they're cool. They're not that hard to kill if you know what to do. If you have bombs, you definitely have to throw bombs at them because they take some. They take some. They got some fight in them. I hate when they kill me because it's always because I just let my guard down for half a second.
Keep going. I'm right behind you.
Let's go. Yeah, if he can only move up that ladder
Inside the house now.
So that worked out well. Okay, I'll go check out this side of the house.
Ooh.
Bill?
Somebody had the same idea. They stole my shit.
Well, then what the hell is plan B?
You ought to be thankful you're still drawing breath. That was plan A, B, C, all the way to fucking Z. And furthermore, tell Tess that she could take this
Don't you
job.
bring Tess
She
into
can
this.
shove it right
It
up
has nothing
her
to do with... Jesus.
And there's Frank.
What, you know this guy or something?
Frank.
Who the hell's Frank?
Frank's the dead
was my
motherfucker hanging up on the ceiling.
He's the only idiot that would wear a shirt like that. He's got bites. Here. And
Oh, man.
Reckon he didn't want to turn, so he...
yeah.
Yeah,
guess
no
not.
shit, Joel. I reckon.
Well, fuck him.
Look what I found. It's got some juice in it.
That's my battery. Fucking asshole. Get out. Get out.
Okay.
Not
Jeez.
even 8 o'clock and I'm pooped out.
Battery's drained, but cells are alive.
Meaning?
Meaning, we push it, get it started, and the alternator will recharge the battery.
Is that your guess?
Look, you wanted a plan B. This is as good as it gets.
What are you thinking?
Thinking you drive and we push.
Jesus. Let's warm my stuff.
Let's see. One of these days I'm going to have to do New Game Plus with this game. I've never done it. I don't know why. I keep meaning to, but I just enjoy playing through
It's a good idea.
Let me know when you're ready to finish
the story.
I'll give you a holler.
I keep thinking that if I do New Game Plus, it's not going to be challenging enough, but who knows? I should do it. I should just do it. Alright, let's see what we need to make. Yeah. Let's see. We make anything. Jeez, have everything we can make right now. Let's see. Yep. That's everything. Yep.
Ready?
Aha, bullets.
Bill, I found this in there and I figured you should
Fuck
have it.
you, Frank.
That's how you feel. Fuck you too, Frank. Fucking idiot.
You gonna be okay with this?
You ready to go?
Not a problem.
You're doing a good job. I figured you should know that.
By the way, hard-boiled
let you
eggs are
down with
not
this.
very good unless you turn them into deviled eggs. I'm just saying. Just saying. Alright, let's do it.
Alright, let's do it.
Ooh.
Put her in first.
Already did it.
Just keep your foot on the clutch. And when we get to
I know how to pop a clutch.
how the hell did... You know what? I don't care. Just don't fuck it up.
Alright, Ellie, get ready.
I know how to pop a clutch. It's the apocalypse. Everybody knows how to pop a clutch.
Hit it!
Everybody.
Hey, good job, kid.
Bill, not helping. Ellie, we're gonna give it another go. Stay focused.
Go.
Okay.
Zombies are coming for us. Shit. Take that, Mr. Clicker.
Back to the truck.
In your head, sucker.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Around that house. To your right.
Get back! Oh, we don't have much time. Back to pushing.
Take that.
Good.
I know there's stuff in that trunk, but every time I get it, I die.
Really? Fuck my day up. You know, Joel.
Oh, you suck. I thought I had it. I don't know. I already got the letter Bill sent. I already know what it says.
Fuck my day.
I already gave
You know that, Joel.
I already gave it to Bill when I picked it up. Yeah, you see that? I couldn't even shoot again. I had it. Oh.
Fuck my day up. You know that, Joel.
There's all sorts of good shit
Almost
over
out of your
here.
hair, Bill.
Really get it.
Get her to that hill.
Son of a bitch, man. Come on. Alright.
Alright, Ellie, get ready. Alright, Ellie, start it up. Hear that sound, Bill?
Yeah, well, that means the infected hear it too. Get that. Go, floor it!
Let's go, floor it.
All right, this'll do. Stop!
Just keep her running, alright?
That girl really got us killed.
Zombie apocalypse, you can't
Gotta
get in
admit.
here any faster, I'm telling you.
She did hold her own back there.
You ain't gonna
I'm
make
ready.
it.
Well, not really,
Oh.
but I'll be ready in about a year or two. for a couple more
Here.
surgeries, then we can have a zombie apocalypse.
You'd be amazed at how many cars still got gas in them.
It's funny, it's 20-year-old gas. How good can
Good
it be?
Got your buddy back there.
Gas
That's a
goes
tough deal.
bad after so long.
We square.
We're square.
And get the fuck out of my town.
So you're talking about the letter that Frank left, right? I read that. I got that letter. I gave it to Bill and then I picked it back up. But by Kevin and go upstairs. I'm trying to remember who Kevin is.
Oh, man.
Hey, what happened to sleeping?
I like this part because
Okay.
like they have like
I know it doesn't
the,
look like it, but this here is not a bad
what is
read.
it,
Only one problem.
Hank Aaron.
Right there.
Is that his name?
To be
Hank Aaron?
continued. I hate cliffhangers.
Where did you get that?
Anyway, yeah, he's playing the music while you're killing those
Bank
guys
accounts.
in the convenience store.
I mean,
think
all
that's
this stuff was just lying
it's such
there.
a cool scene, and it's just awesome.
What else did you
Just
get?
totally awesome. I don't even know what else
Well,
to say about it, but it'd
here,
work in a movie
Let's
really
make you all
well.
nostalgic.
You know, that is actually before my time. That is a winner, though.
That was a winner, though.
Well, better than nothing. Oh,
Better
I'm
than
sure your
nothing.
friend will be missing this tonight. It's light on the reading, but it's got some interesting photos.
Oh, Frank. Yeah, I got
Ellie,
the
that ain't for
letter.
kids.
Yeah, it's in that room.
Whoa!
It's not upstairs.
How the hell would he even walk
It's in
around
that back
with that
room. You
thing?
can't go
Get rid of
upstairs in
that.
that
Look,
house.
hold your
where Frank
horses. I want to
is.
see what all the fuss is about. Oh, why are these all stuck together?
Stuck together.
I'm just fucking with you. Bye-bye, dude.
How does he walk that thing? Very carefully. That's how he walks.
You know what? This isn't that bad.
Yeah, I guess all music sounds good when you have to grow
not
up in
even
the
tired.
apocalypse.
Oh, perfect.
Now what?
Screw it.
Yeah, you should know better, Joel. He ain't hurt. He ain't even hurt.
Easy.
Please!
Holy shit. Are we gonna help him?
Put your seatbelt on, Ellie.
Well, what about the guy?
He ain't even hurt.
Ooh, there we go. We're gonna have ice in the neck, and glass in the neck, and everything. I'm not gonna fight right here.
I'm okay.
Get your
Okay.
shit and get out of the car.
Quick.
Follow me, you chicken shit!
Oh. Yeah, it's the kind of fight I get off on. I don't realize. No. So in real life, if this ever happens, just press square really fast and you'll be alright. Take that. Oh, in your neck, you dumb fucker. Yeah, bite him. Bite him. Oh, get hit.
So you.
Ooh. Yeah, right into the bricks. There's bricks there for no reason, but I'll take it.
Motherfucker! What's wrong with these guys?
Catch your breath. We're leaving.
Okay,
Yeah.
watch out!
I get a little kid. This is like one of my favorite scenes in the game. This calls for the rifle. Except I have no damn ammo. Ah, come on. Keep getting shot. Come on. Alright. That's not working.
Behind you!
He missed. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, everybody be quiet. We're going to get him. Now's the time.
Bitch, where are you?
You're dead? Reload. Okay. Whoa, I didn't see you. You're dead. No, guy there. Shit. It's alright, we got ammo. Shh. Real quiet, they're coming. Look. Let them hide out there like a bunch of pussies. Oh, headshot! Oh, this guy's here. Ooh, in the gut. Get down. Reload. Reload. Oh, in your ear. I think that's it. I think I got him.
All right.
Glad you were quiet, because
I think that's the last of them.
guys to get us.
You okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good. 'Cause we need to get the hell out of here.
That
You know
candy
the drill. Look
bar.
around, see if there's
Candy
anything we
bars
can use.
restore your health. I didn't know that. I thought they just killed you quicker. That candy bars are bad for you. Nope, they just make you better. Let's see. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. A lot of nopes right there. That's alright. I think it's time to swap. Alright. Do. Let's see.
See anything?
Okay, that's good, that's good. Go up over here. I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah. Shit, I just got something on my Facebook. Because I'm so popular. Let's see who, sent me or not sent me, but he'll see who's talking. Let's see. Yeah.
Hey, maybe we can go through here.
Oh, one of my best friends. She sent me something. The world is not full of assholes. They are strategically placed so that you'll come across one every day. Every day. You know what? That sounds like it makes sense. The world's just not full of assholes. There's just enough of them to where you just have to run into them every day. I buy it. It makes sense to me.
Sure as hell ain't going back this way.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Ammo. My rifle always just feels like it just doesn't ever have enough ammo. There we go. I think that's it in here. All right, let's do this.
All right, go. See if you can get it propped open with something.
Damn, it's only 8 o'clock.
Gnarly stuff in here.
Feels like it's later.
Like, okay, go.
All right, I got it.
Right.
Look.
Fucking hunters.
Whew.
See, this could have been us.
Man, that is a lot of people that didn't make it.
I knew I should have turned the damn truck around.
Smoke bombs. I never,
Barely.
ever. Does anyone else use smoke bombs? I never use the damn things, ever.
Let's get out of here.
I've never needed a smoke bomb. Maybe if I played the game on hard. I always play on normal. But, never needed a smoke bomb, ever. So, there's that.
No, what?
About the ambush.
I've
Hope
been
the
on
next
both
game
sides.
doesn't even have smoke bombs unless you actually need to use them for stuff, because they're kind of useless.
Kill a lot of innocent people.
They seem pretty useless to me. Like I said, I've
I'll take that
never
as a
ever
yes.
needed one.
Take it however you want.
I guess this is where the assholes sleep. I mean, slept.
Their manual. Health kits are stronger. That's handy. God, you know, like, if you're gonna live like this, don't leave these... I mean, that's nasty. At least clean your shit up. It's just disgusting, man. Alright, let's see. Alright, everything's pretty upgraded now. Let's see, how many pills do we have? So we have 30. Get some better listen mode.
Here we go.
Check our weapons. Let's see. Okay, fire rate. Let's see. Recoil. Yeah, I guess I'll do recoil. Shit. Shotgun's a handy weapon. Alright. Whew.
don't think these guys were infected.
Well, it don't matter. Let's just keep moving. All right. There's the bridge. That's our way
shit,
out
I
of
think I
here.
about had it for tonight. Let's see, I've been playing
Ellie,
almost 3 hours.
Slow down. Wait for me.
What? Right here.
We're about a good
You let me
halfway
go
through the
first.
game, I'd say,
Keep
give or
voice down.
take.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day for this. I think I'm gonna watch some TV. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day.
I'm whistling.
Autosave still in progress.
Oh, good. Something else he can drive me crazy with.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Anyway, guys, I will see you later. I don't even know who's still on, so it says only 2 people. I know one of them is me on my other my computer. Anyway, I will be back on probably Sunday or Monday because my kids are here on Friday, and then Saturday I spend it with my wife. So, anywho, thanks for coming. I will see you next time. Bye.